inside the craft room and I can't wait to show you the finished product. So come on in, guys. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. It is fairly early in the morning. We got an early start today. It is the long weekend. Today is August 30th. But today we are taking our road trip to Ikea. So I am super excited. We are going to go get all our shelves, our desks, everything that we need to complete our craft room. And then I can start organizing. I have things everywhere. I have yarn and multiple different rooms in the house, so it's gonna be nice to have everything in one spot again. So we are gonna head out right now. First stop, of course, gotta hit Timmy's. Need some coffee, need some tea, maybe some donuts, and then we can get going on the drive. It's about 2 hours, 2.5 hours to get there. Good morning, everybody. It is the next day. We had a very successful shopping trip yesterday. Lots of boxes. So very excited. Today is going to be a day about building. Oh, there goes our Tucker in behind us. He's happy to be outside. So yeah, we're going to be building a lot of shelves today. I think I'm going to start with the desk, but I thought I'd just show you what the car looks like because we packed her full today. We actually brought the car a little closer to the front door just to make our lives a little bit easier right now. But that is a full car. That is a lot of boxes. We got boxes plus a little bit extra. We did do a little bit of extra shopping yesterday as well, a little bit of back to school shopping. So we went to the mall and it was super busy. I didn't do any filming inside of Ikea at all because it was nuts in there. Not only was it a Saturday, it's also the Saturday before school starts here. So a lot of university students were there buying for their places. A lot of families in there as well, just purchasing some new things. So It was definitely a busy day to go, but it was successful in the end. I'm happy with what we got. Had to alter one thing just slightly. There was a tabletop that I wanted that was their biggest one, but they were completely out of stock, and living a couple hours away, we are not making the trip back to go get it again. So I just sized down a little bit. We got a little bit smaller one, but it's still going to work in the space. It actually probably is going to work out a little bit better, just because we're going to put a really big chair in that room, sort of like a comfy, cozy corner that I can sit and crochet in. So the smaller table might actually work out a little bit better, just to have a little bit more space. So let's get unpacking and start building. All right, so we're going to start with the 2 drawers, which are going to act like a base to the desk that table is going to sit on. So I ripped it open already. Here is where we are going to start. Of course, somebody needs to be center of attention at all times here. Yeah, so we have the Alex drawer set, which we're going to use, like I said, for the base of the desk itself. Alrighty, so we got it all together. It took about an hour in total to get it put together. Now, I did come across a couple little hiccups that probably cost me a little bit of time, but we have one more to do, so it'll probably take me a little bit less time to do the second one. Should go a little bit smoother. Yeah, sort of learn trial by fire here. Although I think there might be something. Yeah, it looks like I have one more step. Silly me. I'm going to have to put some screws inside these sliders that come out to actually hold the drawers in place. That would make sense. So I'll go ahead and do that, get the second one completed, and then we'll be on to the shelving units. So hopefully the next one, like I said, doesn't take quite as much time, because the shelving units, there is one that is quite large, so it's probably going to take me a little while to do, and then a second one that's a little bit smaller. So we'll get this finished up. Get the 2 done. There is something else I wanted to show you here quickly as well. So what I was going to show you, so last time we finished off, we did these walls with the really dark purple. Actually looks a lot lighter in camera than it actually is. But we did these other walls here as well. The other 2, it's kind of hard to tell the color. Yeah, I think it turned out really well. Sort of a nice contrast to that. It's darker than what was on the wall already, so kind of liking that. The other thing that I got as well is this desk. So this is from Ikea as well. You can see kind of all my stuff underneath and on top right now that we need to organize. But I found this on Marketplace, so I was super happy to find that. Saved some money on that for sure. So it's actually got one of the drawer units that we're building right now. So it came with that. On the other end, a couple legs on there just to stabilize it. So I was going to buy this unit and this setup anyways. That was part of what I was going to go to Ikea for, but found it on Marketplace. Super, super good find. I was very happy. Great condition. There's a little bit of wear and tear on the edges, but nothing that you can really see. So very happy that I found that. It was all assembled, of course, so save some time there. But yeah, we've had that in here for about a week and a half now. Alrighty, so we got both the drawers complete and done, all functional. I don't have the top on there yet. That's just going to be super easy. Take it out of the box, plop it on top. For right now, we are going to get into the bigger of the two shelving units. So this is box 1 of 2. So you can see there, box 1 of 2. So we're going to start building this. This is basically a big cube system shelf that we purchased. It is the Calyx, so you can kind of see the picture there. It is going to be 4 cubes down by 4 cubes across, so lots of room to put the yarn. This is kind of what I want this unit for, is just to house all the yarn that I have. Hopefully it's big enough and it will do the job as I expect it to. So let's start building this big guy. So after opening box 1 of 2, basically all that box contained were these 4 long pieces, which I am going to presume is the top, the bottom, and the 2 sides. Also, we got the bag of hardware in there, as well as the instructions. So now we've got to open up box 2 and get the rest of it out. Alrighty guys, so what I will say, building IKEA furniture, and I'm sure plenty of us have built IKEA furniture in the past. I know I have. Definitely 2 things. If there's multiple boxes, open all the boxes together. They don't necessarily go box 1, build it, then box 2, build it, and so on. And read ahead in the instructions. So I just read ahead a little bit, so hopefully you can see this. So very first page, it looks like you should be putting all 4 pieces down at once, which are these big 4 pieces from box 1. And then you kind of see at the bottom, there's only an L shape. If you go a little bit further into the instructions, I'll go a couple pages in, you definitely are only working with 2, oh my goodness, the side and the top piece. And then you're basically doing the little shelving units, a divider, shelving units, and you continue on until you get to the other side. So definitely open both boxes, because in box 2 were all the little, basically like the little shelves, as well as all the divider pieces that we're going to need right from the get-go. So read ahead and open all the boxes, see what's in there, and then carry on. My second problem is I'm running out of space. I'm not working in a very large space to begin with, so hopefully we can get this built in the space that I'm in and without scratching it. That's my biggest fear. That's why I laid down 2 towels now, just to hopefully Hello everybody, happy Monday. Hope everyone's having a great day so far. It is Monday, September 1st. It is the holiday Monday. And I'm just outside the craft room and I can't wait to show you the finished product. We got her all done. I worked a little bit later last night and we got it finished up this morning, and let's see. So come on in, guys. So here we are. Let's make it a little bit smaller there, wider screen. So yes, we come right in. We have the big comfy chair we got moved in. We have lots of shelves on the wall. We have the 2 desks set up now. Another shelf on the wall over the desk there. And then if I come around here, we have the big shelf with all the yarn. As organized as it's going to be right now, I'm probably going to work on a little bit more, try to sort of just go by colors, but I have more yarn coming soon in the coming days, so we'll probably have to rearrange it one more time. Still need to organize the closet a little bit, but that's okay. That is things that we can do later on. But oh my goodness, I am so happy with the way it turned out, between the colors and just the way that the setup finished off. Not the original setup that I had planned. I had always planned to have the chair where it is right now, but it was the desks. So the desk, this one right here, that is where I wanted it. Originally, this desk right here, I actually wanted along this back wall. So I was hoping to do an L shape. And then underneath the window, I had originally planned to do a smaller version of this bookshelf here, or I guess yarn shelf in this instance, but I didn't measure correctly. I thought I had measured correctly before we went to get everything from Ikea. However, the other bookshelf, which essentially was 8 cubes. So if you can imagine just sort of that along, 4 across and 2 down. I want it under the window. I knew it was going to probably block that one, that last cube there. But when we actually measured again, when I had the desks in the L shape, the bottom cubes would have gone all the way tight up to these drawers here. So I would have lost the use of at least 2, if not 3 of those drawers. So just wasn't going to work out. Although Ikea is quite a ways away from where we are, we're going to have to take the one back. Now, luckily, their return policy, I was taking a look today, it's 365 days you have to return something that's brand new in the box with a receipt. So that won't be a problem. I know we'll definitely be going to a larger city with an Ikea in it within the next 365 days. But so happy with the way it turned out. I have been wanting a craft room for so long. I'm going to say years, from between this house and our previous house, and it just never worked out. I tried, but this takes the cake. I am so happy. I can't wait to get in here, start crafting, start sitting in this chair. I have a TV up on the top bookshelf, so I can sit in here, watch my shows, crochet, for as long as I want, and no one will be bothered by me. So very excited. Can't wait to start crafting. Well, everyone, I think we are going to finish it off right here. Thank you so much for stopping by, giving this video a watch, following along on my journey, my crafting journey. Now that we have this room all done and complete, I can't wait to get in here and just start making and creating, doing a lot of crochet. So right now doing some beading and bracelets and keychains. So we are going to be constantly creating things and making things. We have a market coming up the end of this month, the September 27th. So I definitely have a lot of work ahead of me to get prepared for that, just because we had sold through quite a bit of the stock that I had made up already, and I've been having a hard time in between markets to actually build up that stock again. So we're going to take the next few weeks, build that stock up as much as we can, and then get into that market on the 27th, which should be a pretty good one. Hopefully the weather holds off for us. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Appreciate you following along with the journey. I think next week we are going to be posting the video, a little market recap on our best market yet that we've had this year. It was a long one, but very successful. So I think that is going to be the next video that we pop out, hopefully next week. But until then, we'll see you guys later. Bye.